It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for two things. Number one, I forgot to turn on the screen behind me. And number two, I don't know where the fuck my phone's at.
And number three, I can't figure out how to do this thing on Twitter because I'm not using my phone to do it. I'm trying to actually do it on the browser.
Oh. So did you click on your profile picture?
I did.
Okay. So when the video pops up, there should be something that says share. Like it's a little kind of like a box with an arrow. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me see if I can do it.
So click on my actual picture. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now the video's in front of me.
Okay. So once the video's in front of you, the thing with the arrow, you click share and you hit post this.
The arrow.
So,
no, that's picture in picture. Okay.
Okay.
I will figure it out later.
Not on the actual video. Like,
I'm still confused.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well, I'll help you because it'll help get us viewers.
Okay.
So when you're on the screen with a video, there should be like an arrow, like underneath the video, an arrow with like a little U-shaped thing.
No.
No.
It might be different on the browser than it is on the phone. I don't. Oh no, because you're on the computer, so it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I'm on the computer because I don't know where my phone's at.
Right. No. Yeah. You mentioned that already.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and mute my Twix browser just so I can actually do this without the freaking sound echoing like crazy.
Yeah. You can tell we didn't have anything planned for the show.
Yeah, there is. We're having a Twitter tutorial apparently on today on the Great Cherry Show, everybody. So there you go. Okay, so there's my name and the little picture, and then ask us anything. The Great Cherry Show. That underneath is my picture with Mickey because my picture is awesome.
To the far right.
To the far right. No, that's editing. Aha!
You found it.
Found it. I did. Post this. Post this. Post this.
And then hit post.
We are live and shit. Okay. There we go. Okay. So welcome to the Great Cherry Show. Now we know what the fuck we're doing.
Hey, yay! It worked.
It worked. Yay!
I just went. So yeah, cool.
So hey, Musk. Hey, fix it. Fucker.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know if it's a StreamYard issue or if it's a Twitter issue.
I can almost guarantee it's a Twix issue because it's Twix. I can guarantee.
That's fair. But the thing is, I pay for both, so get it working.
Fuck, man. What are we doing?
Crying out loud.
We're paying too much money per month when you think about it to have these kind of issues with technology, and it's a first world problem. So if those of you watching in third world countries, first of all, how you watch a third world country because these shit's expensive. But if you are watching a third world country, you don't understand this, and we're sorry for wasting your time. But the first world problem, damn it.
If you're watching in a third world country, though, we appreciate you.
We do.
Let other people know.
Like we said in the lead up to today, they're watching us, tomorrow afternoon in New Zealand. So it's bananas how far-reaching social media and the World Wide Web, it literally is World Wide Web, folks. For some reason, I don't think about that kind of stuff until stuff like your post comes up, where you're talking about all the different time zones. And I thought, well, shit, if he's going to go all the way back to the date line, I'll see how far forward I can go. The furthest forward I could get known knowledge on was New Zealand's 21 hours ahead of us, which is like, God damn, like they're in the future. They're not even trying.
Pretty much.
It's crazy. So yeah, they're like one of the few regions of the world that can't bitch about a Western Hemisphere PLE because it's the same time, just different day. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
Figure if they start at 7 Eastern, it's really only 1 p.m. to start the show. So
we'll figure it out.
Anyway,
kind of like this show. This is a show about nothing.
Yes.
I was very tempted Well, I have the graphical design in front of me to recreate the Seinfeld logo with his shows, but
I mean, what's the deal with this Greg Cherry show? Like, what are we doing? Oh, never mind. What's up with that?
is he a cherry? Is it a show?
That's right. Is it a fruit on a tree? Is it a talk show? What's the deal?
To be fair, we've been doing the show for almost 6 years. I still don't know what it is.
Yeah, there is no rhyme nor damn reason to any of this shit we do, to be perfectly honest with y'all at home. We do have a format on some of the other shows. This one, not a fucking clue what we're going to do every week. We just come out here and this is our therapy. Like you said in the intro to the interview with me, dude. It's therapy's expensive. It is. That's what this is.
Instead, I put it into StreamYard and friggin' Twitter to be able to do this show because actually it might be about the same as therapy now that I think about it.
Yeah. Well, no, there's a great meme that circulates every so often through my socials as a Disney cast member. You know, therapy is so much an hour. Like figure like a freaking, high-end therapist. I'm not saying I'm paying this much for therapy because I actually do have therapy, like the actual go to an office and, do the verbal diarrhea for an hour, but I don't pay this, but $200 an hour and something, $100 an hour at some places, even $100 an hour, whereas Disneyland is at most $200 per day. And you have far less stress going in and coming out. And the most important thing, you have access to churros, which therapists might not necessarily have a churro machine in their office. If they do, hang on to that therapist. That's for life right there, Muckerfather. You get churros in the same building? Shit. I'll take that therapist.
Yeah. So I do want to promote this for tomorrow because I came up with this idea literally Monday night.
Oh, okay.
And
I thought it was me testing your brain last week.
Well, I mean, if you brought that up again, we'll do it again if you have the graphics and stuff.
I didn't prepare this week because I figured you were doing what you're doing tomorrow. So.
Oh, well, that's going to be a weekly thing now.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So.
Which, I mean, you're still free to do that on Wednesdays. Okay. Like, I'm not. That's not going to deter you because what I'm
You're
doing.
You're stunting my growth as a content creator, Greg.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
I had a good segment for your show. Now you just, I'm just going to make a show out of it. And you know what? You should, because damn it, there needs to be more content from Greg Cherry out there in the world because it's one of the few positive content creators out there in the wrestling space. Damn it all.
Yeah. So what tomorrow is the beginning of a show called Trivia Thursday. And what it's going to entail is it's not Wrestling Trivia Challenge.
No,
it's not that. Because if I was bringing that back, I would tell you I'm bringing that back.
Yes, I appreciate that.
What Trivia Thursday is I find a YouTube video or like an online wrestling quiz, and I do it on the air to test myself.
Nice. Okay. In that case, I'll keep doing what I was doing. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So tomorrow, I competed against a Stash Club wrestling video, and they have so many. Yeah. They have so many quizzes that they do.
Yes.
I think they do like 1 or 2 a week. So there's no shortage of content there.
No, definitely not.
But it's the Elimination Chamber quiz that they just posted. And I did not watch it beforehand. And so like, I figure people will be like, oh, did you do this to make yourself look better? It's like, honestly, I don't watch these things beforehand because I don't want to know what's coming up. I want to be surprised. I want to be tested. I have nothing to compete against. It's basically me versus myself.
Right.
Because they filmed their stuff and I'm not competing against them because they're doing their separate thing.
Exactly.
I figure one of the biggest reasons I'm in this space is because of my trivia knowledge. And if I'm not doing anything with it, we haven't filmed a new episode of Trivia Challenge in 3 years.
Right.
So it made sense to me to be like, hey, this is the thing that essentially got you over. It got you a spot on Quizlemania. Why did you stop doing it? So I'm like, you know what? I need to bring it back in some fashion. So that's what tomorrow is.
There you go.
So 1:00 Eastern, I will be posting that. It will be side by side. I like how it turned out too. This laptop that I bought on Black Friday has been a game changer for my content creation.
Oh yeah. Same with I mean, if I had the opportunity to actually sit down and, which is why you've noticed the content creation has fallen off, because I'm not complaining about being busy at work. Let me be clear on that, Mr. Mouse.
Right.
Yeah, that's why the shows I had planned, this grandiose plan, had fallen by the wayside, because I've been busy every weekday, and on weekends I'm working anyway, so it's crazy. Anyway, you were saying, I'm sorry.
I mean, I was pretty much done.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's tomorrow, 1:00 Eastern. Check out and see how I do. I like the content. It's not going to be Stash Club every week. I'm going to try and find different ones to try and test myself. Like we had Kevin J. Callis on Jack of All Trades. He does Wrestling Jeopardy. So next Wrestling Jeopardy that comes out, that's probably what I'm going to do. Because I like to test myself. To nobody's surprise, I aced the Royal Rumble one. So,
as you do.
Yeah, that shouldn't surprise anybody out there.
Not a damn one of us. All right. In that vein, then let's get your brain percolating.
All
right. Let's see. Just make sure they're all title changes or title things, because that was what I stuck with last week, and actually worked out pretty well, I thought.
Or at least, if it's not a title change, an incredibly memorable segment.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. So we'll do both of those in this round, and we'll stick with the 4.
Okay.
Title change on this day in 1985. As part of a major milestone moment in history.
1985.
Yes. February 18th, 1985.
Well, this is right before the first WrestleMania.
This is correct.
For some reason, I want to say Leilani Kai beating Wendy Richter.
Yep, the war to settle the score. All right. Boom. Starting off with one, that was good. Last week you went 50-50, and it was oh no. All right, let's see here. This isn't one of the ones I'm going to give you, but this was on this day in 91 was the day that at the tapings for Superstars, Slaughter was asked to burn the American flag, and he said no. So they burned the Hogan shirt instead, which was almost iconic, which is crazy. I mean, you look back at it, not wrong. Let's see. All right, 90. Let's see. 1996 title change. Not in WWE.
Okay. Well, we did Savage and Flair last week.
Yeah, so figure it's 1 week removed roughly from Super Brawl 6.
Mm-hmm. I don't think the title changed back that quick. I think it was like another month.
Yeah, it was a taped Nitro actually in April that the Giant beat Flair for the title.
Yeah,
which is a very rare taped Nitro. Which let's put a world title match on there and have that be spoiled. Like every once in a while, Eric. Every once in a while.
You said 96. I was thinking, 96 would have been when the Giant won it back because Hogan took it from him. So not in WWE. When did Chris Jericho? No, Jericho was later in 96.
Yeah. You know what? Jericho's first one may have been in 97, actually. I think it was. I think he beat Waltman at that house show at the Forum here in Inglewood, actually. On that random like house show / internet stream thing or whatever the hell ever. But you're in the right train of thought as far as it wasn't a world title.
Yeah. I'm trying to like remember in 96 who were the United States and TV champions and tag champs.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like saying Harlem Heat won the tag team titles is a pretty good shout because they won it 10 times.
I was going to say, if you throw shit at the wall, it will stick on Harlem Heat being tag team champions. Or the Steiners, you know.
Or the Steiners in 96 too.
Yes. You are dancing all around it. This is a little bit harder one because it wasn't televised, so there is.
Oh well, frick!
I didn't realize until after I read the question. I'm like, okay, now I'm that guy. So it was Lex Luger losing the WCW TV title back to Johnny B. Bad one night after winning it.
Oh,
in Norfolk, Virginia, because Norfolk's the place to go for WCW, apparently, if they want to get shot at by a tank or whatever. All right. Memorable segments 2002 on this day.
2002. When was No Way Out? No Way Out was... No Way Out, I think, was February. It's either the 14th or the 21st.
Well, 2002. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking.
Yeah, because WrestleMania was March 14th because it was like really early that year.
WrestleMania was March 17th. What it's worth.
17th. Okay, so 17th. So that actually helps me a lot because then it would have been February 17th for No Way Out, meaning the night after would have been, how about headlining one more WrestleMania with The Rock?
Boom, there you go. Hogan Rock.
Yeah.
Complete with attack with a big ass semi that got him a baby face pop for no damn good reason.
You know what I was thinking? WrestleMania 20 was on March 14th.
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
That's why I was thinking. It's not 18.
All right. Double title change on this day in 2011.
Was this when Vicky Guerrero vacated the World Heavyweight title, gave it to Dolph Ziggler, and then Edge beat Dolph Ziggler?
You are correct, sir. 3 out of 4 for the day. And you know what? I'm going to find a different one because 96 was bullshit. Like, that was not fair. it was not televised. Let's see. Here we go. Memorable segment involving a championship. 2013.
The Rock debuts the newly designed WWE Championship.
4 out of 4 for the day. There you go, brother. See, that's why he's the greatest wrestling trivia mind of all time, folks, right there. And I will say, the death of the spinner belt was met with thunderous applause at first, but looking back, it's like, it worked for its time. I don't think it should have been kept once Cena stopped wearing it full time and it stopped spinning. But, you know.
Yeah, so like 6 years prior.
Right. I think the minute he lost it to, I think the minute he went down with the pec injury in 2007, that should have been the end of the spinner title.
Mm-hmm.
Because after that, he was WWE champion very sporadically.
Yeah, because you figure 2008 and 2009, he was world heavyweight champion. He didn't win the WWE championship back till his feud with Orton.
Yeah, toward the end of 2009.
Yeah, so it was 2 years without.
Yeah, and figure if he went down in 2007, the only thing that was haha about it or even good about it was the fact that the Miz took it, just turned the W upside down to make it for him. Because that's what
that was really the only reason to keep it around that long was to do that with a Miz.
Yeah,
because that at least, I know that Edge did the whole rated R spinner thing,
which is not what Adam wanted to do with his championship.
No, it's not. Like he wanted it to look more like the classic Intercontinental Championship,
which there would have been at least 2 purchases of that replica. I'll tell you that right now. At least 2. Although I did pose with the rated R variant of the spinner at RVD's comic book store when Jade and I went to meet Trish.
There you go.
Yeah. It was Trish because she was still, I don't know if she was actually selling at that point or if she still was, but the shoulder injury she suffered that they wrote her off with having viscera squash her, like literally squash her. Because she was going into her retirement at the end of the September that year. God damn, that was 20 years ago.
Wait a minute. The viscera angle happened in 2005.
Why was she down with an injury? She was shooting with Mickey. I remember
that's probably what it is. Like Mickey threw her over the top rope and she like dislocated her shoulder.
Okay. Yeah, because she came to the meet and greet with us. It was the weirdest. I'll see if I can find the picture and I'll throw it up later. But she came to the meet and greet in a sling, and Jade had on like for lack of a better term, a halter top with like little sparkles on it. Trish actually was going to have Jade like go to the back with her and like swap outfits and wear Jade's halter top on Raw the next day. And the WWE handler was like, nope. So that would have been kind of a funny moment.
Yeah, that would have been something to make you pop. Speaking of things to make you pop.
Nice. No, I have a dog scratching the door, so go ahead and let the have the thing to make you pop. I'll let her in.
Okay. Shiloh Hill followed me on Twitter today.
Nice. That's tremendous. I'm here for it.
So I feel like I need a little bit of a backstory here.
Yes, context is king.
So, for those who aren't aware, Shiloh Hill is in NXT, and he debuted his character telling some kind of outlandish backstory of his character.
Okay.
So, and the second week, I think it was the second week, he described his family having to leave like their house in the middle of the night and travel through like thick fog to escape for some reason. I have to watch that back because it's it's been months ago that was.
Right.
So you guys know I'm a fan of the Sour Graps podcast that Alex Plosky and Kate do.
Yes.
And it has been a running bit for Shiloh Hill to talk about the fog since that promo aired months ago.
Right.
So I have been on Twitter talking about Shiloh Hill in the fog multiple times.
Yes, you have. And
Shiloh has liked a number of tweets about it. And he followed me today.
That's great.
And he also put out a post that said the fog is coming.
Oh.
So I don't know if I influenced WWE creative a little bit in the coming weeks, but
dude, it's one of those. I wish there wasn't so much red tape to have to get through because he'd be a great guest if that happens.
Yeah,
like damn, dude, that'd be tremendous. By the way, I did put out feelers through both the talents representative and WWE media relations about Luck of the Draw in April. So hopefully I will hear a response about those two guests soon.
Interesting.
Because if nothing else, we can recruit 2 other people and have a 4-person Luck of the Draw,
Well, I'm sure SJ would be in. Right? Like she's always game.
Yeah.
But
if you can get, ask SJ, we can, ask. There's a number of people I'd like to have back on your channel in any collaborations that we don't get to talk to a whole lot either. So we shall see. But yeah, I did officially put the feelers out and say, hey, we know there's. I basically let me read what I said here instead of being a dick. I don't want to be a dick. I say that every day. Don't be a dick. I said, we understand that there is a lot of activity and media appearances during the course of WrestleMania week in Vegas. However, and we can even do this in a pre-recording situation,
which is probably what it's going to have to be.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, just the sheer time zone enough is going to be like everybody, in theory, everybody that would be involved would be on the West Coast or at least close to it, except you. So,
which is fine because I work until 5 o'clock. So,
right.
If it's later in the day, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. So it just basically said, it's like we had I'm sure that both of the guests that I have in mind are going to be, booked at all the WWE things because that's how they do. So we'll see. I hope so. I hope that we can get something going.
Should I, without you confirming what I'm thinking, are the two that you're planning who I think the two are?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought.
I mean, it's the worst I can get is a no. I'd rather get a no than a nothing, like a no response. So.
Trust me. I would love to hear no rather than nothing.
Right.
Because hearing nothing drives me insane.
No, it does. And it's stuff like that causes more problems with other people. But yeah, I'm confident I'll at least hear from their rep if I don't hear back from WWE themselves. WWE,
that's fine.
Company. It's very likely going to be the case, which is also fun. I understand how things work. I had to try. So
yeah, I mean it's worth it. And you also need to talk to Ariel.
I need to do what?
You need to talk to Ariel too.
Okay, so the thing with Ariel is, I would love to have her be involved in that as well, but I never know when she's going to pick up and go out on tour with Debbie Gibson or have a gig, elsewhere. And as far as Paradise Kitty, the girls, the ladies involved in that band, it is very difficult to pin either of the two that actually run the business of the band down for any length of time. I am going to see Jenna Saturday the 7th at her father's wake. So if there's a moment during that day, which, we're all trying to get a lighthearted on the day of a wake for sure. I'll bring it up. They were just running through the kiddies ran through Ohio and Indiana, Illinois, and one of the two I states there in the fucking middle of nowhere, and then into Pennsylvania as well. So I know they were back that direction. I just, I don't know when they're going to get booked, but I am always putting it out there to everybody because I personally think those people who are also my family, they're in my circle of people, enjoy silly shit like that. So it's fun. And it's their ability to self-depreciate by, having water and egg and stuff, thrown on them or, covered in that stuff is funny. And they're into that. They're into that stuff. I just don't know about, on camera personal appearances with it, but it's again, you don't know until you ask. I am throwing it out there all the time.
Which I appreciate. And the thing with that is, even if we didn't get them for that particular potential planned time of doing it, I'm open to doing it whenever. Because
and that'd be great. I would personally find it hysterical. And another one of those moments in my life where if lightning hits the computer, I'm good to check out, because then I'll have the two WWE guests and three of my closest friends on another dear friend's wacky but awesome game show idea in the middle of WrestleMania week. Just take me now, Lord. I'm good. I got it. I'm good. Jesus.
And listen, it's one of those things where it would also be very therapeutic for me because
for sure.
Because Luck of the Draw has been near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
And the ex-wife hated it.
Did she? Well,
yes.
It's a mess.
She never came out and said as much. I knew though. I could just tell.
Okay.
And it drove me insane, man. I hated it so much that she was vocally against something that I created. And
Was it the idea of the mess cleanup or just the expense of it? Or all the above?
I don't know what it was exactly,
Oh, okay.
but like I only tried to do it once a year, which
Yeah.
is not very frequent at all.
No. Considering, game shows like Double Dare and things like that, they're far messier.
Yeah.
You
There were
know,
like 40 episodes in a year. So it's like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, which is crazy.
But
Oh,
yeah.
You just triggered a memory. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I actually watched a full, not an interview, but like basically like a talking head promo from Austin St. John and Walter Jones, the original Red and Black Rangers on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And they're talking about when they left the show right before the movie started getting produced and came out. And I found out that it was either 30 or 40, I forget. They did 40 episodes a season for the first 2 seasons of that show.
That's insane.
Isn't that crazy? But when you think about it, it's like, okay, if they're just running every week nonstop, except for like maybe 1 week's day fell on a holiday or whatever, they're on that show. So figure 40 out of the 52 weeks, the Power Rangers are on the air every week. So, but yeah.
And it's crazy because like all their fight scenes were the scenes from overseas.
Right. Well, yes, but
they had to dub it over.
Yeah, they had to dub over it, but they also did add in some scenes that they filmed for the Americanized version of the show. And of course, out of the costume, they had to do their shit too. But for me, it's like, and Austin in particular was talking about, the fact that, he had never been in show business, had no idea what he was doing, got, signed a contract while he was still in high school. No rep, no parents, just, shouldn't I? Oh, no, we'll take it. And they felt they got railroaded. Hard to disagree if you look at all the facts of the matter and everything. But the point is, at 17 years old, you're doing 80 episodes of a superhero show. You're one of the most, famous faces in the world at that point. And then they try to renegotiate you. And when you want what you think you deserve at 18, 19 years old, and you still didn't know what you were doing, you get railroaded. And it happens. But yeah, I just, the episode number just, I was like, goddamn, 40. So 24 weeks out of 2 years. Figure if it's once a week, 24 times in 2 years, the Power Rangers were not on the air, which is fucking crazy. Yeah. That's how, that was 33 years ago that show premiered in America.
Yeah. I'll tell you this much. The very first name on my list was Amy Jo Johnson.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Damn right.
And you know what? Still.
No. Yeah. If ever there was a point that we could make, and granted, I was 10. So making the list, the freebie list of 10's a little weird.
We didn't know it was the list then. Let's be real.
No. And but yeah, figure for me at that point, I was watching that every day. So there was that. Let's see, 93. Wrestling wise, there really wasn't anybody in 93 except maybe Missy Hyatt, which looking back is odd for reasons for me now. Like Jesus.
Like there weren't a ton of women on the show like in the early 90s other than Miss Elizabeth, Sensational Sherry, Mike McGurk.
Which if you want to deal with Leroy McGurk and the shotgun, that's on you. He was blind as a bat, but good luck with that. But it's and figure early 93, Sherry was still around because she had the thing with Luna before she got released. Or Sherry got released, because Luna was off the races.
Luna too.
And again, if Luna was your thing, good on you. At 10 years old, I'm going. And then on the WCW side, you had Missy. And then after a while, you had the woman who would become Flair's significant other playing Fifi the Maid. Maid? Wow. Maid. Jesus Christ. Went all crazy.
Yeah.
And then,
And
in
Woman was there
93,
too. Well, I guess that was later.
what were you saying?
I said Woman was later.
Well, no, see, Nancy was in WCW in 1990, like in the late 80s too. So she was in ECW at that point, but ECW was like in Philly, maybe New York at that point.
Yeah, I just saw the WCW deep cut about her, like that Tom Green does.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I just saw that the other day.
Yeah. JJ makes a valid point in the chat room. I'm going to go ahead and throw it up because in 93, if we're talking 93, Saved by the Bell was in college years at that point, but Tiffany Thiessen was on that, and then on Now 2-0, and she still looks goddamn good, but she was looking.
Tiffany Thiessen looks phenomenal.
She was looking college good at that point. So it's like, yeah, and same with anybody on Now 2-0, but Tori, of course, was on Saved by the Bell and Now 2-0.
Never watched 90210, so I never got the Tori spelling.
Yeah. So did you watch Saved by the Bell?
Not a ton of it.
Okay. If you remember Screech's nerdy girlfriend, Violet.
I don't think I watched it that much, honestly.
Okay.
Like Power Rangers was one I watched. I watched a show on PBS called Ghost Rider.
Oh my God, I remember Ghost Rider on PBS. Hell yeah. Okay.
And the girl who played Lenny, Blaze Burdell, she was another one.
Right. Here we go. Well, we're on Jeff and Greg's teenage list. There you go.
This is preteen for me.
That's fair too. That's fair.
I was gonna say we get the teen. You get Lindsay Lohan and Hilary Duff, which Lindsay had a rough patch, but she's back.
Yeah. So, Hillary avoided the rough patch by disappearing off the face of the earth for a few years. And now she's back, and golly. Saying.
I wish How I Met Your Father would have lasted longer. That was a good show.
It was a good show.
Especially if you watched How I Met Your Mother. Like it makes so much sense too.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, and you really couldn't watch Father without having to watch Mother and having the context.
No. Because you wouldn't have gotten the guest appearances from people who were on him.
Yeah. But back then, like I said, if we're okay. Yeah, it's fair. 10 was preteen, so because it wasn't quite a teenager yet. So 10-year-old. Here's the list. Yeah, definitely Amy Jo, Tiffany Thiessen. I was watching Now 2-0 enough to say I probably at that point was leaning more toward Jenny Garth than I was Shannon Doherty, and it turns out that was a good idea in hindsight. Let's see, Tiffany, Amy Jo, Jenny Garth. I will say Miss Elizabeth because she was only a year removed from TV at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I still, how do you got Miss Elizabeth? My God. And then the fifth one, if there's going to be a fifth one. Even in 93, Pam Anderson.
Yeah.
Because she was, I don't know if she was on Baywatch at that point already, but she was definitely the Tool Girl.
Mm-hmm.
On Home Improvement. So, yeah, there you go. There's my 5.
I'm trying to think who else. When I was younger, I did have Amanda Bynes at one point. That one,
Amanda Bynes is underrated back then, for sure. Yeah.
And mind you, you're like, oh, she was just a kid. So was I.
Yeah. So was Greg, kid. Yeah.
Like, it would be weird if I was like, oh, 96, Amanda's hot now. That would be weird. That would be very creepy. That'd
be Google Police shutting us down. And all right, Greg, come with us.
And well deserved.
Yeah. As I say with my full beard and hiding my eyes and my, creepy.
And also, unfortunately, she's no longer with us, Michelle Trachtenberg.
No. Oh God, yeah, Michelle. She was. I think she was like that 90s. I mean, Harriet the Spy. All the things she did, and then like bled right into Buffy, which her character came literally out of nowhere in the 5th season. But it is what it is. But yeah, she's one of the people I wish so bad was still around. and could be part of this continuation or reboot or whatever they're calling it with Buffy, because that looks like it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Like,
yeah, and Buffy wasn't a show I really watched either. My
Right.
sister loved it.
okay,
But like I know that's where Allison Hannigan.
yeah, oh, yeah.
Too.
Yep. Yeah. Allison Hannigan, I find hysterical. She did Buffy. She was on How I Met Your Mother. She's funny just hosting with Penn and Teller, doing their show. And Penn and Teller are great. I love those guys. I got to see them live in Vegas a couple years ago. They are still as good as ever. But yeah, I think Allison Hannigan, I don't know. I think maybe once the character realized her sexuality, I think Allison within the character kind of came into her own on that show. So she got way more interesting and appealing as the character fleshed itself out. At least for me. Sarah Michelle Gellar's always been gorgeous, and Freddie Prinze Jr. is an asshole for that as well as for being a WWE writer. Fuck him for that. For both of them, by the way, and not necessarily in that order all the time, because having a WWE job and being married to Sarah, I mean, those are both equally like I want to beat your ass for that. Just throwing it out there. Every time I watch Rivals, I'm like,
whatever happened to Freddie Prinze Jr.'s wrestling company that he wanted to start? Did that not happen?
Never happened. It never happened. He'll pop up on the headlines every once in a while, on No DQ or whatever. Like he's made a comment about something, and it's like, Freddie, I love your movies. I hate you for who you're married to, but your time in creative was a blip on the ass of wrestling life, dude. Calm down. Jesus. So I will say this
I
about
have no opinion.
I know. Just really quick, I thoroughly enjoy the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, and I liked how how Joss retconned it enough in the comic adaptation. But I will say, I think the Buffy show gets too much flack because of having Joss Whedon, who, has come out it's come to find out he's on that Weinstein list of happy fellows. I think if Joss had not been involved for the duration of the original TV show, I think it would get a lot more favorable light to it from the movie Buffy fans. I love both. I love Christy Swanson. I think she's gorgeous. I love Luke Perry. May he rest in peace. Paul Rubens' first role after the whole shit went down with what happened with him post Pee-wee. So yeah, I enjoy both. I'm just a fan of the show more. And to answer the other question, I haven't seen any of the I know two last movies.
I am not a fan of the horror genre. Never.
No, I know that. No, I'm generally not either. JJ knows it. I am a
for context, those watching, like
yeah.
I'm not a fan of the horror genre. Jennifer Love Hewitt is another one who, like, when I was younger, yes. Now, yes. Like that's another.
I don't remember if Jay was there. Forgive me, Jay, if you weren't there. But Jade and I were at Disneyland one time in line for the submarine voyage, which I think was still, it may have been it had to be Finding Nemo at this point because it was already post Jade. But we literally ran into her in line. No makeup, no anything with her family. And it was still like, damn. She was, hey, God. I love that when somebody that, it's TV makeup. Oh, it's TV line. It's like, no, she's in the middle of a freaking queue under shade at Disneyland. And it's still like, damn, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, definitely an honorable mention. I just never watched anything she was on. She was on television. Like I never watched Party of Five. I didn't see the movies. None of that. She was everywhere in magazines and in commercials. So it's just like, damn.
That episode of Boy Meets World.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, that was. She was on that because of
Right. Yeah.
she's done. But yeah, that was fun. That was fun seeing her on that episode. That was really funny. And yes, everybody but me on the West Coast and Lee, I think, at WrestleMania 21. I think like every single wrestling person I know, except Stagger Lee, that was West Coast centric, was at that WrestleMania, except me. Damn. And again, take out Angle and Michaels, take out the moments for Cena Batista, and take out Piper's Pit, and it kind of is what it is.
I mean, Eddie Ray.
Eddie Ray was a good opener. That's fair.
And the first Money in the Bank.
First Money in the Bank moment was great. Shelton's moment was great. But unfortunately, the big finish for Edge has something that you have to creatively edit on video now, which sucks.
I understand that. Yeah.
It is, Edge's big moment that started the trajectory to changing his life is now heavily edited for video purposes. And it sucks. It's kind of like the World Heavyweight Championship floating from the Garden to Toronto, that 2004. Kind of just magically left and floated for 5 months.
Obviously, nobody wants to promote Benoit.
Well, no.
I feel bad for Randy Orton because, that was his first world title.
A big and you can completely showcase the win, the pin without showing his face. You can show him posing, but you can't show the handshake.
Yeah,
that Benoit offered him, which really planted that seed for the Evolution tour the next night.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost feel as bad for Randy about that as you do for those damn peach ass tights he wore. Those tights were made into an action figure that I still have, and I think we had that one in the collection at the house. Bill, yeah, man, if those tights were any more peach, he'd have been out there and is all together.
Yeah.
I
mean that they weren't Shawn Michaels Survivor Series 2002 bad, but
Well, no, when you have a bob cut and are dressed in little turd, dude, Shawn, thank God you won the title because my God, and good thing it was in the Garden because that moment's a whole lot worse otherwise. Absolutely ridiculous.
Well, speaking of WWE shows, I made the conscious decision to go to SmackDown next month.
Oh, good. Okay.
So I am going to be, for the first time in my life, on the floor at a WWE show.
Ooh.
And I'm right on the ramp. So some signs are going to be made.
Absolutely, signs are going to be made. You have to.
Because gotta do a little bit of promotion while also trying to make people pop for my signs.
Which day are you going to be at SmackDown?
March 27th, I believe, is the one in Pittsburgh.
Okay, so a week from a month and a week from this Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about tours, so I had talked about that, and I love Trish for doing this because you finally got to meet her and Amy earlier this month, this week, this year rather.
What?
This month.
What are you talking about? You have to give me. But while you're muted, Rock and Robe says, first things first, Jeff, still loving the beard. And how are you guys feeling about TNA after their first month of television? Well, their first show was a rocky start. I'll say that much. You're muted, by the way.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Yeah, it's gotten better, without a doubt.
Sorry, I have become a fan of the Righteous.
Right.
I dig them.
Yep. Yeah,
their theme is catchy too. Maybe it's just because I grew up listening to the Beatles and 60s music, but
yes. No, you're absolutely right. They are a treat. You know why they were a hidden gem? Because they were in freaking Ring of Honor, Tony Khan purgatory for so long. But now they're on TNA, which actually has a real TV deal, unlike, having to pay to go behind a paywall to see Ring of Honor, which, hey, if Ring of Honor is good and that's your thing, cool on you. As far as the bigger, yes, thank you. He actually tweeted that out yesterday too when I was on the NoDQ review. Yeah, I just decided to embrace the fact that I'm getting older. I'm turning 43 in a couple weeks, and the salt and pepper kept coming in much more salt than pepper. I'm like, okay, screw it. Why not?
Listen, 39 and I still got some darkness in the goatee. I'll take it.
Yes. Enjoy it, my friend. I'll tell you what. But yeah, as far as TNA, I have hope for their future. They were on what was at the time a major, testosterone driven channel when WWE left Spike to go back to NBC Universal.
Yeah.
But, if you ask anybody involved in the business of TNA's business back then, it just was a disaster behind the scenes. So that's why they were, off conventional television for so long. Yes, they were on, a couple channels that you can actually watch on a cable television, but trying to scroll down 300 channels to find it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Now it's on my top 30, which yay, cool. But yeah, I have much hope for TNA. Like I said when the year started, the fact that two of my favorite people and two people that I'm a favorite of, Frankie Kazarian and MJF were world champions as the year turned 2026 was a great way to start this year and end last year. Because last year, as we agreed on New Year's Eve, was a shit and a half show.
Yeah.
But I got to start the new year with two of my favorite people as world champions and spend New Year's Eve with the belt. Like, that ain't a bad gig, kids.
I wish I would have enjoyed that later part, but
I wish to God I could have had you fly out or something, but time will tell.
I would have done it. Yeah.
I know you would have. And you know what? That's what things like spring break are for. But we'll see how that goes. Ooh, we have a question. Let's see if I can. There it goes. With TNA's numbers growing seemingly every week, do you think Impact's numbers will surpass Collision by Slammiversary?
They might get close. I don't know because they're growing exponentially from what I saw earlier.
Yeah.
But eventually there's going to come a time where that just plateaus.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's coming soon or if TNA is going to continue to grow to be like, hey, check it out. There's another wrestling program on.
Yeah.
And even now, I have a hard time trying to keep up with all the wrestling.
Yes.
So it's one of those things where
yes,
I don't watch every show every week.
No.
And unless I get paid like I do, I'm not gonna. So
no. And it's I think Slammiversary is a lofty goal, maybe by Bound for Glory.
That's probably more likely.
And by the way, Bound for Glory, Carlos, I know you're watching. Bound for Glory, USC, Galen Center, Los Angeles. You took Rebellion away from us and moved it to Cleveland. So thanks a lot, Cleveland. Fuckers. Right? But damn, we have AEW Revolution. WrestleMania is close-ish again. Let's get TNA back out on the West Coast for the big show.
Listen, I might be able to go to Double or Nothing this year because it's in Queens.
It is. I saw that. And I wonder if that was moved because of the plethora of WWE stuff going into Vegas in April. Because
possibly.
I can't see a feasible reason for it other than that, to be honest with you, because Double or Nothing I don't think last year's was in Vegas either anymore.
I don't think it was. No.
Okay. So maybe that's just the continued effort to remove the it has to be in Vegas thing from it, which is fine.
Yeah.
But when it's Double or Nothing, it's like you almost have to have it in a casino city. It feels like it.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, stage themes are a thing. WWE did stages for all their PLEs for years. So you can dress like a casino and have the big, tall casino ships that John Moxley can dive off of because he's a crazy person. Or Darby because he's an insane person. You know, I came across that post I put up last year about, the Darby had two different quotes, that he wanted to be the face of the company, but doesn't consider wrestling his life. It's like, dude, that's the wrong quote to say, brother. You want to be the face of the company, you better be like, that's your life. Like that's the whole thing that, John Cena was up in Vince's face about later in years on TV. Just, it's, people say you sacrifice your life. I say, no, when you love it as much as this is your life.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, say that. Oh, that's right. It wasn't Arizona. Well, Casino City, Arizona, Casino State. Because God, that's where I saw one of the Bella Twins podcasts was at the Indian Casino. I don't know if they still call it Indian casinos anymore, but
yeah, I'm surprised it's not in Atlantic City either. But I mean, New Jersey just had Full Gear, which that was a good show. Yeah. I was glad to go to that.
And if you believe the trades, Atlantic City, Trump is, WWE is the mega company, so you got to make sure that WWE's there.
I wish politics would just die.
I do too, but the fact that was actually put out there, I think in the last week, it's like, okay,
yeah,
I get that members of the family are in various positions within the administration, but it doesn't trust me, it does not make WWE his or their company. Like, Christ.
Yeah, so I'm just so sick of it all. Like,
I am too. And if you're as sick of it as Greg is, you should buy a Politics Award shirt right now at GregCherryBrand.com.
Buy them all.
Buy them all. And like I said, buy them all and wear the King of the Ring Centric one to Washington for no reason. Because I'm that much an agent of chaos. You should find a way to make that King of the Ring. So the King of the Ring logo at one point, I think it was 94, had like the playing card as the logo.
Okay.
With the crown, you should like find a way to make it look more, make the face more orange hued in nature, and then just wear that shirt. I know I'm terrible. I'm bad. I'm Hell, if you want to go the other way, just have it stumble over itself. One or the other. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
I mean, that could be either one of them then.
That's a great way to end the show because it's true as shit.
Yeah. So we didn't get a ton of questions today, but it's fine because we made it work.
And we appreciate the questions that we did get. So thank you.
We do. So
damn.
Now, once the show ends, I'm going to have Jeff call my phone so I know where the hell it is because it's in my car. I know it's in my car because I drove around with it a little bit and the Bluetooth stayed on. So it's like, okay, it's in the car somewhere. I just don't know where.
That's tremendous.
So,
oh Lord. All right. Well, in that case, thank you all for watching the Greg Cherry Show. Random ass as ever as it was. We'll be back next week. I will be live in downtown LA next week.
There you go.
Outside the Lazy Dog restaurant and cafe across the street from the place formerly known as Staples Center. Having lunch with the OG boss man. And no, not Ray Traylor, because I can't have lunch with him anymore. It's kind of hard to do. But you know. But I'll see him next week, and then we'll do the lunch thing, and then we'll do the Kings thing, and in between that will be the Greg Cherry thing. So Greg will have a Jeff Meacham event sandwich next week. Right here.
Bringing back the sandwich 20 years later.
Bringing back this. If you know, folks. Watch the interview where Greg talks to people with Jeff Meacham because that shit was oddly cathartic.
Yep. All right. So until next week, we will see you then. Don't be a jag. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you next time on The Greg Cherry Show.